Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I hope you're well today. I've got a few things here with me, and we're gonna have a play. How are you, everyone? So everything goes beep at the same time. I have the keyboard in front of me. I have a whole unboxed parcel of new instruments here. Recorder and other bits and pieces. So we're going to have a bit of fun. What I'm going to do to start with is just say a quick hello to everyone. Then I'm going to share with you one of my really early videos from this channel, which is some beautiful Bach. It's only a couple of minutes long, which just gives me a chance to say hello to everyone properly as you arrive. Hello, Tom. Really good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Trump said. Really, really good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Laren. Really, really good to see you. I hope you are well. It's lovely to see you today. So a lot of you may or may not know that I'm classically trained. So we all start with a recorder at school here, and in Prep grade 1, I was given a music scholarship to play the cello or the violin, and I played the cello for a couple of years. I've played lots of other instruments, and a lot of it I gave up for a very long time until recently. So a lot of the classical music's a real passion for me and a lot of other people as well. So what I'm going to do just to start with is just share this previous video of mine. I started doing a lot of Skywatch time lapses on this channel, and this is one of my sky lapses from a couple of years ago, and it's got the cello suite number 1 in G major by Bach in it, which is a really nice little piece of music. It's only 3 minutes long, so I'll say hello to everyone while this is going, and then we'll get some music going. Wonderful. I'm really glad he did, Trump, and it's really good to see you. So here we go. Let's have some music. So there we go, everyone. A little bit of Bach to get us going. So one of the first instruments I played was the cello. And the furthest I've gone on any instruments was with the piano. And I got up to grade 3 in the piano when I was younger. And hence recently I took up the baritone ukulele and the bass guitar again. And I did play the bass in the past, which are very similar to the cello. So what I'm going to start with is I have a parcel of new instruments here. So I want to quickly say thank you to a few people that enabled me to get these, first and foremost. So this has come from the people that have, you know, given me super chats and bought me coffees and donations and everything like that. So I want to thank Tom, first of all, and you're here, so thank you very, very much. Dwight and Pug, I really want to give you a thanks to. Also, Pinoy, Government Watchdog, and Dagon Morningstar, who was my first super chat when I recently got monetized. So all the donations and money I get goes back into the channel, or I buy new little instruments and stuff like that. So we have in here a Glockenspiel, which is a tuned xylophone in 2 octaves, a triangle and some bells. So let's have a look. And we'll have a little play with these, and I can play a lot of the music I play on the piano will translate to the Glockenspiel really well. So I'll at the very least be able to play or something. I have had one of these in the past, but it's probably been, maybe 20 years since it got lost somewhere in the share house experience, like I think we all have in life at some time. So here we go. Of course, there's always bubble wrap. So how's everyone been? I have a real passion for classical music. I think it's one of the things that really calms and soothes us. And it's like lullabies and nursery rhymes and things like that. When we hear them, we just relax. And what I find is most of us have so much classical music that we know without realizing we know. And it's kind of the timeless music as such. So I tend to notice with a lot of the songwriting I do and stuff like that, it all tends to come out with a bit of a classical twist or a little cabaret with a slight edge of punk. Hello, baby Vardo, really good to see you. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. And it was supposed to come last week, and we had 2 public holidays and it got slightly delayed. There we go. I've liberated it with scissors. So here we go. So we've got some bells to go around my wrist. So these are so when I'm performing, I can do some percussive stuff with them as well. And I'll be able to put them around my ankles and stuff like that too. So we've got some wrist bells. Hello, really good to see you, Pug. I'm just opening my my new instruments. So there we go. These are a little set of wrist bells. There's 2 of these and they have Velcro. So I can use them in different ways. And a lot of the stuff I struggle with is I can do a lot, but I only have 2 hands. So it becomes a matter of what can I... Oh! And they've given me a second set free. So there we go. I have ended up with 2 sets instead of 1. So we can do the feet and the ankles at the same time. Or maybe put one on the cat and see if he wants to join in. I've also got a small triangle here as well. So a lot of us will have started with a triangle. They're a lot of fun. Triangles will only make 1 tone. But they're a good variation. So let's see how this one sounds. So you can either do a duller one like that or a louder one, which will give you more resonance. And that's really the only variation you'll get out of a triangle, but they're really cool to have. So a lot of these will go all over my music stand so I can play different instruments. This is the one I'm really excited though. So here we go. So this is the one I am the most excited about. This is just over 2 octaves, so it gives me 2 octaves and a couple of extra notes. It also gives me all the sharps and flats, which my other xylophones don't give me. And you can play these quite a few different ways. So how are you, Pug? I hope you've been really well. I hope it's been a good day. So we'll just have a really quick play of this, and then I'll get it set up properly for tomorrow's stream. So here we go. Let's open the Glockenspiel. So it's got 2 beaters just underneath, which are going to be fun to get out. That wasn't very wise. Okay, let me just pull the beaters out. Oh. 1, 2. Okay, so here we go. So it's laid out like a keyboard would be. So I can play basic stuff with it. So let's go. Okay, that was Frerajaka. Hello, Soul Sister, welcome. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Normally it's obviously easier to play if it's in front of me, so... So there we go. So that's my new little Glockenspiel, which I'm going to have a huge amount of fun with. And it's got little feet on it too, so it'll be easy for me to take with me in other places. And a lot of stuff that I play on the piano I'll be able to easily translate with that. Yeah, lots of instruments. And what I have sitting in front of me, and I'll just show you quickly from the back, is a little Casio keyboard here. I have several keyboards. My main one's out in the other room, but this one's only 3 kilos and it's very light, and I can take it with me when I perform out of the house and stuff like that. So it's quite easy. And sheet music, so I actually read music, which is when I play and do a lot of stuff, unless I know it from heart, I'm reading the music. Hello, Mary. Really, really good to see you. I hope you've had a good day. So on that note, let's play some music. How are we going for time? So we've just hit 13 minutes. Okay. So I normally try to play the last piece I was learning when I was learning the piano. Normally gives me a bit of a gauge at where my playing's at. So here we go. That one's entirely muscle memory. I don't even know the name of the piece. I've been trying to find out the name for several years because that's only the first movement. And I have no idea, other than it was part of the AMED 3rd grade syllabus 20, 30 years ago. Hello, Becky. Really, really good to see you. So I'm just going to play us a few little pieces, and then I might pick one of them out and see if we can play it on the Glockenspiel. I've also got a heap of recorded music here. So if anyone has any favourite classical pieces as well, let me know. There's a lot I play in a lot of different instruments too, and I really like this more. I love classical music. That's probably the best way of putting it. So here's one of the traditional British sort of folk songs, I guess, Weaver songs. one's called Cockles and Muscles, which a lot of you will probably know. Let me know if you can hear the piano okay. I've just turned it up a tiny bit just so hopefully hello. Okay, so here we go. Let's do something a little bit different. Now, a lot of you should know some of these pieces, so if anyone can pick the names of them, you get bonus points. Not very good. There you go. That was Blow the Man Down, and I must admit I'm a little rusty. I haven't played for a while too, so it's good for me and good for you. So I'm going to just change the instrument over as well, because you get masses of oh no, that's not what I want. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. It's funny, every single one of these has a different setup. Every keyboard I have different buttons. Oh, here we go. So let's play a different instrument. Let's go for a harpsichord for this. Actually, no, harpsichord won't work. Let's go a clavichord. Okay, why not? So let me know if anyone can pick this. Hello, Crafty crafter on a budget. Blow the man down. There you go. Nice. I'm a bit of a crafty crafter. I love nothing more than salvaging and making do with what one has around the house. So I've been a crafter for a long time, and I'm near the end of a visual arts degree now as well. So big passion for me. So welcome. So here we go. Let me know if anyone can pick this one. Actually, no, that's not very loud. Let me get a louder instrument. Okay, here's the vibraphone. I'm a big fan of the vibraphone. I think we need a better instrument than that. You probably didn't hear that very well. So let's go. So you know what? When in doubt, just stick with the grand piano. I find with most of these, their grand piano tends to be the best of all of them. Here we go. Yes, oh Susanna, there we go. Nice work. Here we go. So let me know if anyone can pick this one. This one's out of a movie. It's been used in a lot of things. They remade the movie recently. Rose it is, and that's one of, I must admit, Rose is one of those ones, and I love singing that one too. So let's go on some more traditional classical stuff. This is my favorite little German waltz, and I don't expect any of you to know this one. So this one's called Du liegst mir in Herzen, which means, someone translated it for me, you're in my heart. Hello, Government Watchdogs News. Really, really good to see you. I owe you a thanks as well for the new instruments I have here as well. So thank you very much for being one of my super chatters. I really do appreciate it. And we have some new instruments to play with. So here we go. Here's a little German waltz for us all. Here we go. I'm particularly fond of that one. I don't know why certain songs get stuck in your head. So Gesundheit, exactly. Now, this is one of the most famous of the traditional pieces, so I imagine we should have a lot of people that know what this one is. So here we go. Hopefully I play it right. Oh, sorry, give me a second. Yeah. Okay, let's start that again. My batteries just ran out in the keyboard. We got halfway through the can. There you go. So the universe has decided, I haven't got it plugged in at the moment, I'm using the batteries on it. And the batteries died halfway through the can. The can tried and it couldn't quite. It was a half a can. Okay, so there we go. Moving on to our next instrument then. When in doubt, grab the next one handy. So, give me a second. I'm just going to pop this next to me. Isn't that funny that it died halfway through the song? And normally I do have it plugged into the power, but I didn't. So here we go. We've got a recorder here, and we'll do a piece with this, and then I'll try to play the piece on the Glockenspiel as well. Half a can. Yeah, can't quite. So here we go. Let me know if anyone knows this. This is one of the most famous classical composers. It's a little bit out of one of the most famous symphonies ever. So here we go. So there we go. Let me know if anyone knows what that one is. I can also play it for you on the Alto. Give me 2 seconds. So here we have an Alto recorder. Now I'll just make sure it's warmed up enough to get the bottom note, or we will have a bit of squeaking. Okay, so let's try this first of all. Nope. This is plastic, by the way. This is Pearwood. This probably costs 10 times more than this does. It's really hard to get a decent sound out of a plastic instrument, and buying a wooden Alto would cost me like $300-400. So one of the downsides is they can be a bit hard to warm up. So anyway, let's try that again. Squeaky. So let's try a little bit of the Beethoven. So that was Beethoven, by the way. Before, let me quickly flip back to the chat. Sorry, I was looking at sheet music there. Hello, Purple Moon. Really good to see you. Hello, Sci-Fi Bro. Really, really good to see you. I hope you've been well. That everything has been sunshine, lollipops, fluffy. All the warm and fluffy things of the universe have been happening on your side. It's been a bit of a crap week all around for a lot of people, so thank you. Hello, Dr. Ed, really good to see you as well, and I can't resist, so here we go. A horse is a horse, of course, unless you talk to the horse, of course, unless, of course, the horse, of course, is a famous Mr. Ed. Well, brr. And for you, give me 2 seconds, because I have a really favourite sci-fi song. So give me un momento, por favore, while I pull up my lyrics, and I'm going to sing a bit of this for you. And I know you'll appreciate it at the very least as much as I do. So here's a little silliness for everyone, because that's what it's all about. This is actually by an Australian group, believe it or not, called The Firm. So here we go. Let's see how my funny voices are doing today. Okay. So here we go. This is for you, Bri. Which is not very much on the classical music side of things, but hey. Star trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across the universe, boldly going forwards 'cause we can't find reverse. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim. Star trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across the universe, boldly going forward, still can't find reverse. I'll leave that one there. I do love them. I'm more of a Picard than Kirk myself. And when I saw Weird Al perform a while ago, I screamed out Picard in the right moment of white nerdy too. So there you go. I'm a not-so-closeted Trekkie. So I hope you're all well. There you go. See, everyone started, like I didn't play the recorder for about 30 years. We all start with them at school here. And because I sing, when I took up singing again, I went and bought a cheap plastic recorder and the same recorder sheet music book I had when I was 6 years old. And I started again. And I find it's really good breath training for singing. I've also meditated daily for 20 years, so I find it helps me a lot with my breath control and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, the recorder, and it's, you know, if you can play the recorder, you can translate it to a lot of other instruments. The recorder was actually the first real practice instrument there ever was. It actually means practice. And so it was the first manufactured instrument that people could buy and play at home and actually start learning music. And it was quite fundamental in the Renaissance, particularly with music and everything like that. So a lot of us wouldn't be playing all these instruments if it wasn't for the recorder. So on my slightly geeky side, I did recently buy a book of medieval Renaissance recorder music, which I'm working on. So there you go. But that's, yeah, with everything, I'm a bit eclectic. Yep, and that was Amazing Grace just there. Lord Byron III. Nice. Nice. Hello, Warlock. Really good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. There you go. You learn it at school. See, most people, where are you, if you don't mind me asking? I'm Melbourne, Australia. So I find everywhere that's in a Commonwealth country, we all start with a flute. You don't, the recorder. You don't necessarily do the same in America, whereas we all did. So it's always a, a good place to start. The flutophone, there you go. So that means you must probably be in America somewhere. Anyway, there's a little bit of the Glockenspiel just because I couldn't resist. And how are we going for time? So we've just gone about half an hour. North Carolina, awesome. So there'll be a few people here that are in the States. I'm on the other side of the planet. So I've been trying to find some time zones where I can do some of the later streams as well to coordinate with a lot of the people in the UK and Europe and stuff like that. So at the moment I'm kind of doing a few streams all over the place to see where the time zones fit. So on that note, let's play another little bit of recorder. So we've probably got enough time for that. So let me find us something else. Actually, I do really. There's one, you know how sometimes we get little songs that get stuck in our head? This is one of mine. So this one's called Aikens Drum, which is one of the traditional British songs. So here we go. So there you go, that's Aikens Drum, and let's try it on the alto. So the alto is just an octave lower. It's all the same. You do have to stretch your fingers quite a bit further, as you can probably see, which does make it a bit more difficult. And being a plastic instrument, it's not always the best sound. So here we go. So there we go. So a little bit more of that. I'm overloaded with all these instruments around me too, and I'm still gutted that my piano gave out halfway through the can, because I was going to do, I had quite a few more classical places I was going to play, but that's okay. That's often the way of the world, and it often has its own ideas. So there is one other, this is probably my favourite one to play on the recorder. So hello, how are you? Really nice to see you, Maya. I hope you've been well. I know there's a lot of well, I'm a bit of an insomniac too, and we all do the time zone dance, you know, and we sometimes align at the right time and sometimes not so much. I hope you're really well, Druzy. Really, really good to see yourself, Maya, as well. I hope you're really well too. So here we go. This is going to be my last piece for tonight, and this is one of the traditional American pieces called Home on the Range. So here we go. There you go. A lot of you will think of that as a John Denver song, but it is one of the traditional songs that he did a version of as well. So I'm particularly fond of that, and my brain also goes to the Muppets because they did a really good version of it, which I think is probably one of the first places I discovered it when I was young. So there you go. And you'll be amazed how much that you know that when you pick it up again, and that's the beauty about a lot of classical music, we all realise it without realising it. We all know so much about without realising what we know is probably the best way of putting it. And on that note, I'll give you a good example. So there was two classical pieces I wanted to play for you, but I have rewritten them as songs about stress and other things like that. So let me quickly sing these to you instead. And I've got a goodbye version of one of them. So one of the most famous will be Brahms' The Lullaby. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Where's my lyrics? Ah, that's right. I'm in the wrong folder. Like, where are all my originals? Here we go. Okay, sorry, give me 2 seconds, everyone, while I just bring the lyrics up in front of me. Here we go, Brahms Lullaby. Okay, so here we go. Hello there, how was your day? Was it kind to you? Was it paved with stress or laughter and smile? Did you eat? Did you rest? Did you get a random laugh? Did you try? Did you succeed? Or did you just ignore it all? And so there you go. That's one of my little Brahms lullaby. This is my favourite little Brahms lullaby one, which goes like this. Life is hard, we are all lonely and disconnected. We walk around focused on phones. We no longer look up. Don't smile at each other or just shoot the breeze, rush around and get angry at the chaos all around. So there we go. That one is Brahms Lullaby, and there is one other one I'll just do as quickly as well. I'll come and say goodbye quickly before I sing this one too, because I am not looking at the I'm not looking. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Right in front of me, of course. So, let me quickly go. Hello, Crimson Red. How are you? Hello, Aussie Butte. Really, really good to see you. I hope you are well today. Hello, good day, good day, good day, good day. How are you? Hello, oh, Crimson Red. I hope you're well. This is the Pink Panther theme I'm singing. I tend to, there's a few of those I like to riff away on. Hello, Pinoy, really, really good to see you. I hope you've had a really, really good day. So, I was talking about one of the other famous songs is Over the Waves by Xylophone, which I was going to play you on the piano. And I rewrote this about a few songs to do with stress and how we can beat stress and stuff like that. So this one I've titled Break the State Before the Waves Break You. So here we go. Oh, cortisol, like a wave, you wash over me. So I can move on, not another round of chaos. Yet music helps it clear, like a breath when you feel drowned. Distracts while you catch up, then return to a calmer world. So there we go. That's Over the Waves by Xylophone, which I'm a particular fan of. Hello, Interg. Really, really good to see you. I hope you've been well. I'm quite impressed a lot of you are here too with the time zone differences as well. I by no means expected to find so many people awake, let alone here with me today. So I do really thank you for that as well. So just in case you weren't here at the beginning as well, I have some new instruments. I have some wrist bells, and they sent me 2 sets, so I have ankle bells as well. I have a new triangle, which goes like so. I have a machine that goes ding. We all want a machine that goes ding. The Monty Python lovers out there will get that one. Hello, Piggy News Network. Ding, 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 ding. I hope you are well today. So we also did have a new Glockenspiel. So let me quickly show you what this looks like again before you're asleep. I'm half asleep, I think. Sometimes I think I'm a figment of my own imagination. Am I real? Does anyone see me? So here we go. This is a Glockenspiel I've got here, which is a xylophone. So this one has just over 2 octaves. So your middle C's here. And I'm going to have a huge amount of fun with this. So let's see. How do we go? And I'm going to have a huge amount of fun with this one. So a Glocken, I know, a Glocken what? So it's a Glockenspiel. I'll write the name in the chat for everyone. So it is a German word. It is a tuned, usually made from tin. So a lot of xylophones aren't always tuned. So this is what they call tuned percussion. And you'll also get a lot of wooden xylophones and stuff like that, like marimbas and stuff like that. Some of the other ones that are a combination of metal and wood are things like vibraphones that have kind of like metal pipes, like a pipe organ would have and stuff like that. So let me write the name in the chat. Glockenspiel. So there we go. AKA a really cool little xylophone. So on that note, everyone, there we go. Hello, Ring Nation. How are you? I have you can be Bell Nation. Some bells for you. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and particularly because I can actually, you know, there you go. I love that ringing of the metal. See, I'm all for the organic instruments wherever possible, because they just have, you know, there's just something really lovely about them. Hello, River Dog. Really, really good to see you. And as well, congratulations, Ring Nation Clips, too. The last time I saw you were very close to 13,000 subscribers, and I'm just amazed how quickly you have flourished, for want of a better word for it. So that's been really nice. Hello, Sun and Fun. Really, really good to see you as well. Remember, you're Pug's cousin, I'm pretty sure. So really nice to see you. Thank you. Hello, how are you? I am going to be doing some children's videos. One of the streams I'm going to do this week is all of the entry-level instruments for children. And that's literally, we unbox this at the start of the stream. So that's the first time I've played one of these in like a long time. But I will do a lot of stuff for kids. I'll do a lot of nursery rhymes. I actually am planning a children's channel as well myself. It's something I'm really passionate about. So I'll do a lot of that. And I'll even do, you know, songs about things dressed as those things. But I'll do a lot of stuff for kids, a lot of the really simple basic stuff. I make a lot of instrument with kids' instruments as well, because I really like to encourage people to start with something simple. So like Crafty Crafter and myself, we both started with a cheap plastic recorder at school. And, you know, I didn't play it for 30 years and I picked it up again recently. So there's lots of really easy, cheap ways to get into music. And I think that's where it's particularly good with children, because children you don't normally know until they have a go of it whether they're going to like it or not. And you don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money setting them up with a piano or, you know, certain instruments. You want to give them something that they can play with. So you'll always have a really cheap version of a stringed instrument, really cheap version of a woodwind, really cheap percussive ones. That way you can kind of see what works. And all of us will have done the same as kids. We will have all played with different instruments and had a bit of fun. So, yeah, so that's what a lot of it's all about. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Your Vegemite obsessed sister. She is very much Vegemite obsessed. She's probably going to have Vegemite on toast for dinner too, because I kind of realised I forgot to eat before I started streaming. We're all a little bit strange here in Australia, and we do all love Vegemite. So really good to see you, Steve, as well. So at the moment it's just gone. We're about to go 7:30 p.m. on Monday. So I'm usually roughly 17 hours in the future from most of you in the States. Future's looking good. Though a little cold today. We're coming into spring and you're all coming into autumn or fall, as you call it, and into the colder months too. So it's like this changing of guards. So on that note, everyone, I thought I had my kalimba next to me, but I might just play my Glockenspiel a little bit while I say goodbye to us. And on that note, these are plastic beaters, and I would much prefer to play with my wooden ones. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and get my wooden beaters, because they'll sound a lot better just from that alone. So on that note, everyone, thank you for joining me today for another trip in the Twilight Zone. Please make sure you check the overhead compartments on your way out, or I will rifle through your goods and take anything of worth. Please make sure you also pat the cat, or he will try to follow you. And until next time, everyone, it has been a huge amount of fun. And I will be back tomorrow for another round. And you know what I'm going to be doing for the next hour. I'm going to be playing with this Glockenspiel. This is like lots of fun. There you go, a little bit of Frere Jacques to end us on. And here comes the cat. And the cat's like, I haven't heard this before, I must come and assess. Really good to see you, James. It's been a lot of fun. And I don't want to stop playing my Glockenspiel. So I'm going to put my betas down, or I'll just keep playing. And I do apologize for the keyboard running out of piano. I did want to play a lot more of the piano for you. So I'll try to do one of these every couple of days when I play, you know, the more of the classical folk, you know, the non-modern music, I guess. And we'll get all the other instruments out as well. So anyone that's just joined me for the first time as well today, really nice to meet you all. If I have missed saying hello to anyone, I do apologize. Thank you for being here. I didn't think I'd see anyone at this time of night, so I do appreciate that. And until next time, or until tomorrow morning my time, I'll see you all then. Bye. I think I need to get rid of this filter. It's a bit like out of sync, isn't it? Yeah, I think this filter is like gone. There we go, that's better. Bye everyone.